And there was reports, A$AP Rocky had said that A$AP Rocky allegedly pulled out a gun, shot the gun grazed him, the bullet grazed him, whatever. So that is finally going headed to court. They'll actually be in court today, Tuesday. And the judge has already said, like, look, I don't care who he is. We are going to make sure that this is done fair. This is done the right way. We're going to move swiftly to get a jury. And then once the jury happens, they're going to start going down, the whole case.
Are you married anywhere?
I don't know. But certainly there's common law husband and wife.
If they're legally married anywhere, there's no common law marriage that's recognized in California.
Call what you want. I don't, whatever.
If they are legally married anywhere, she will be his wife.
Okay.
If they are not legally married anywhere, she is his
Significant other. Okay.
One thing I wanted to point out, in the beginning of all of this, Joseph Tacopina was his attorney. People were pointing out the similarities that was Trump's former attorney.
Yep.
Y'all remember Trump was trying to help A$AP when A$AP was A$AP Rocky, it's two A$APs, was over in Sweden?
I think he was in Sweden, yeah.
Yeah, and he was stuck over there.
He was detained for a minute.
People were like, okay, well, if something does happen, at least, President Trump he's an A$AP Rocky fan.
Hold on to your seats because 2025 is starting off with some absolutely mind-blowing drama in the world of A$AP Rocky. Our sources are spilling major tea about how the rapper might be trying to use his relationship with the incomparable Rihanna as his ultimate escape plan from some serious legal troubles. The audacity, darling, the absolute audacity. Now let's dive deep into this scandalous situation. For years, devoted fans have been playing detective, desperately trying to figure out if these two entertainment powerhouses secretly exchanged vows when none of us were looking. The speculation has been absolutely wild, and honestly, A$AP Rocky has been the main orchestrator of this mysterious narrative. At first glance, everyone thought it was just adorably romantic. That whole secret celebrity wedding fantasy we all love. But now? Oh honey, now it's looking like there might have been something far more calculated brewing beneath the surface. The truth bomb finally dropped during his ongoing trial, and let me tell you, it was not the fairy tale ending everyone was hoping for. When the judge brought up their marital status, A$AP found himself in a corner with nowhere to hide. The question on everyone's lips: was this talented but troubled rapper really planning to use our beloved Rihanna, the queen of everything, as his personal get-out-of-jail-free card? And more importantly, would he actually stoop that low? Let's unpack this absolutely shocking situation. For those who haven't been keeping up with this escalating drama, where have you been, darling? A$AP Rocky is staring down the barrel of some extremely serious charges. We're not talking about a simple misdemeanor here. This is potential 24-year prison sentence territory. He's been slapped with 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, and the details are absolutely jaw-dropping. Picture this scandalous scene. It's a fateful night in 2021, and A$AP allegedly decides to turn the streets near a Hollywood hotel into his personal shooting range, with his former friend as the target. The night of November 6, 2021 turned into absolute chaos when A$AP's childhood friend Terrell Efron somehow managed to get on the rapper's bad side. According to our extremely reliable sources, these two had been locked in a bitter feud for quite some time, but things reached a boiling point that night. In a twist that sounds straight out of a crime drama, A$AP allegedly pulled out a firearm and fired 3 or 4 shots. While Efron sustained injuries, he proved to be quite the strategic thinker. Instead of just calling the police, this man actually had the presence of mind to collect the shell casings from the scene and deliver them to law enforcement 2 days later. Now that's what I call thinking ahead. When the police dove into their investigation, things got even more intriguing. Those 9mm casings Efron so carefully collected, clean as a whistle, not a single fingerprint to be found. And when they went searching for the alleged weapon at Rocky's place, absolutely nothing. But don't think our law enforcement friends came up empty-handed, because they managed to get their hands on some very interesting surveillance footage. During the 2023 hearing, this footage became the star of the show. It showed someone wearing a hooded sweatshirt, face conveniently hidden from view, holding what appeared to be a gun. Another image showed the same person's face, but mysteriously, the gun was nowhere to be seen in that shot. A detective took the stand and testified that their investigation pointed to Rocky as the person in question. Talk about a plot twist. Now, A$AP's legal team, led by the smooth-talking Joe Tacopina, is playing their cards very carefully. They're being extremely coy about whether Rocky will take the stand in his own defense. Joe's been singing Rocky's praises to anyone who'll listen, going on about how articulate and intelligent intelligent he is, claiming Rocky is eager to tell his story. According to Joe, Rocky is apparently a very good human being whose true character would shine through if he testifies. But here's the kicker. They're still playing the wait-and-see game, saying it all depends on how the case goes. Suspicious much? The reports about Efron's injuries have been all over the place, darling. Some sources swear it was just a graze, while others insist ASAP shot him right in the hand. Either way, after 2 years of speculation and drama, this whole mess is finally getting its day in court. ASAP has entered a not guilty plea, and his lawyer is radiating confidence, claiming they're more than ready to put this whole ordeal behind them, especially since it's been looming over Rocky, Rihanna, and their growing family for what feels like forever.
The defendant or who is it his girlfriend?
His wife.
How
I guess it's common law wife, Your Honor. They have two children together, so I would,
so I should characterize it as common law wife?
or just wife. It's fine. However you like, but yes, they're
No,
not, they're common law husband and wife,
I'll
they
call
live
her
together.
whatever you want me to call her. You want wife? Okay.
Your Honor, I think if they're not legally married, we prefer that she not be referred to as his wife and that she's just referred to as a significant other or mother of his children.
Are they legally married anywhere?
I don't know, but
All right.
certainly they're common law husband and wife.
If they're legally married anywhere.
But wait, because this is where things get absolutely scandalous. During the preliminary hearing on January 22, 2025, Judge Mark S. Arnold dropped a bombshell that had everyone's jaws on the floor. He brought up Rocky and Rihanna's marital status, and oh my goodness, what happened next was absolutely extraordinary. Rocky's attorney tried to pull a fast one, referring to Rihanna as Rocky's common law wife, but the state's lawyers weren't having any of it. They fired back with the legal equivalent of nice try but no, insisting that without an actual marriage certificate, Rihanna should be referred to as either his significant other or the mother of his children. The judge had to step in and lay down the law, declaring that unless there's proof of a legal marriage, the term wife is off the table. Now, you might be wondering why everyone's getting their designer knickers in a twist over what to call Rihanna. Well, darling, it all comes down to that juicy little legal concept called spousal privilege. If they're married, Rihanna can't be forced to spill any tea in court, even if she knows every single detail about what went down that night. Talk about a potential game changer for ASAP. Some eagle-eyed fans are convinced we'll be hearing wedding bells any day now, but others are pointing out that it might be too late for that strategy to work. One particularly knowledgeable fan dropped some serious legal knowledge in the comments, explaining that there are actually two types of marital privilege. First, there's the what happens in the marriage stays in the marriage privilege, protecting private conversations. And then there's the I won't snitch on my spouse privilege, protecting against testimony. The really interesting part, in some jurisdictions, this protection can cover things that happened even before the marriage. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. If Rihanna takes the stand as ASAP's wife, it could completely change how the jury sees everything. Apparently, juries tend to be more sympathetic when dealing with husband-wife testimony compared to girlfriend or baby mama situations. They might be more inclined to think a wife is just confused about what really happened, or maybe she's just sharing private thoughts rather than actual facts about the case. But the million-dollar question still remains, are they actually married? While public records say no, these two have been playing an elaborate game of are they or aren't they since 2020. Remember that unforgettable moment at the Spotify concert during Cannes Lions Festival 2023? ASAP had everyone's heart stopping when he called a pregnant Rihanna his wife.
This song to my beautiful wife in the motherfucking building. Free. Yeah. Follow world shit. I love her too.
And that was just the beginning of their marriage teasing. Who could forget that absolutely stunning Met Gala appearance? Rihanna looked like an absolute vision in that white Valentino dress, while ASAP served looks in his Gucci suit and mini dress combination. But it was Rihanna's cryptic caption that really set tongues wagging. Greetings from the bridal party. The internet practically exploded trying to decode what that meant. ASAP kept adding fuel to the fire with his music too. In his track, Riot Rowdy Pipe with Fell in 2023, he dropped those suggestive lyrics about, my wife is erotic, I'm smoking exotic. And let's not forget that incredibly intimate music video for DMB in 2022, where Rihanna wasn't just making a cameo, she was acting out an entire wedding proposal and ceremony. The symbolism was absolutely everywhere. But darling, here's where we need to address the elephant in the room: ASAP's rather colorful past. He's been shockingly open about his bedroom addiction. And when I say open, I mean he's shared details that would make a romance novelist blush. Can you believe he spent $10,000 on a custom bed specifically designed for his wild parties? And he's been totally candid about his first experience at the tender age of 13, sharing a story from his middle school days that's honestly too scandalous to repeat in polite company. The drama doesn't stop there, honey. Remember that explosive cheating scandal in 2022? Fashion influencer Louis Pisano sent shockwaves through social media when they claimed Rihanna had caught ASAP cheating with shoe designer Amina Muaddi. Although those rumors were eventually debunked, the damage to his reputation was already done. Then there's that absolutely cringeworthy colorist controversy from his Couture interview. He really stepped in it when he started pontificating about how red lipstick only works on fair-skinned girls, and his attempt at damage control was even worse. His response about black girls being sensitive and trying to defend himself by saying, "I have to wake up and look at my black ass in the mirror every day," just made everything exponentially worse. We can't forget his previous brush with the law in Sweden back in 2019, when Donald Trump of all people got involved in securing his release. It's particularly interesting that Rocky's current lawyer used to work for Trump, and with Trump potentially heading back to office.
But one thing I want to point out, in the beginning of all of this, Joseph Tacopina was his attorney. People were pointing out the similarities that was Trump's former attorney.
Yep.
Y'all remember Trump was trying to help ASAP when ASAP was ASAP Rocky, there's two ASAPs, was over in, was it Sweden?
I think he was in Sweden, yeah.
Yeah, and he was stuck over
He was
there.
detained for a minute.
People were like, okay, well, if something does happen, at least, President Trump he's an ASAP Rocky fan.
But here's the reality check we all need. Trump can't swoop in with a pardon if Rocky gets convicted this time around. Right now, all eyes are laser focused on Rocky and Rihanna's relationship status, especially after the judge made it such a central issue in court. Some fans are starting to give Rocky the side eye, wondering if he's just using our beloved Rihanna as a legal shield to avoid jail time. When reporters tried to get confirmation about whether Rihanna would make an appearance in court, Rocky's lawyer gave a very calculated response. He emphasized how protective Rocky is of Rihanna and how he doesn't want her anywhere near these proceedings, but then added that cryptic little phrase about it being a family decision. But pay attention to the specific terminology he used: common law wife. In legal terms, this means she wouldn't be able to avoid testifying if the judge decides to put her on the stand. So here we are, darling readers, left wondering what's really happening behind those designer sunglasses and private security details. Is ASAP Rocky really trying to use his relationship with Rihanna as a get-out-of-jail-free card? And more importantly, is our Queen Rihanna aware of and okay with potentially being used as a legal strategy? We're dying to hear your thoughts on this absolutely scandalous situation. Drop your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to tune in to our next video for more jaw-dropping celebrity drama. The tea just keeps getting hotter.